Hey everybody, so Eric and I are here to talk about elections, right, Eric?
Yes.
So in this video, we're going to be talking about elections and how we can introduce some technology to make everybody feel a lot more confident in our government, I think, in how elections are done. So stay tuned. This is going to be a multi-part series of videos. We're here to talk about elections.
Yes.
Elections. Everybody's talking about elections. Why? Who cares? What does it matter? Yeah, let's talk about this whole thing that you came up with. This is somewhat a place that you like with the distributed computing
Yeah.
and blockchain. So we were looking at the other day the whole election process, and we were like, wow, this would be an opportunity for the first time in history. Technology's there, where this would be an opportunity to introduce technology to kind of squash all of these rumors, these whatever you want to say, and also kind of bring the country back together again. This is the technology that we're going to be talking about, is the idea of how elections can be stabilized using distributed computing, blockchain, right, to create free, fair, and open elections. Yes?
Yeah. So, just going over some of the things of the problems that we see is a lot of the concepts of freeness, fairness, transparency, and openness of these elections.
Here's what we're going to be talking about. What we're going to be talking about is an overview of what is distributed computing, right, Eric?
Yes.
And then we're going to go and talk about the initial portion, which is identity, and that's going to be a little bit
Controversial.
Well, I don't know if it's controversial. It's more like, hey, kind of get your mind around this one. That's probably a harder one to discuss. And then the concept what we just talked about, the free, fair, and open.
Okay.
Of how do you make a election process free, fair, and open? And we are going to get into depth about high-level solution architecting. We're actually going to show you what we think, how we think, right, that we would build this software,
Yes.
the technology, because it is software at the end of the day. We're going to talk about how all of this stuff would then add up to a tally process that where the whole point of this is to take any organization, any special interest, any authority out of the process so that it is free, fair, and open, so that essentially every person out there can tune in and see what actually is happening, because there's nobody filtering it, nobody translating it.
And in terms of whether or not it's secure, it's something that intrinsically certain technologies that we're talking about are more secure than it would be compared to a centralized piece of hardware,
right,
or a centralized software.
Right, and towards the last video, we'll actually review this whole thing and kind of give you guys a summary. We're going to continue and go into a deeper dive into each one of these individual components. But thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And we'll be back with you with a new video to go deeper into this. Thanks.